Hi, I'm Gail Damiano, high performance intuitive coach, motivational speaker, sober mom boss. I work with women who want to learn how to tune into their own intuition, to their highest mind, and find their aligned path in life and blow the doors off of their expectations. Find me at gaildamiano.com. Check out what I'm up to and send me a message and let's get the conversation started. Also, while you're here, don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Welcome, Gail here, inviting you into my home for another edition of Magnificent Mompreneurs, this little mini series I decided to do on magnificent mompreneurs. I happen to know a lot of them. I happen to be one of them. So I wanted to just show them off and in this way, and it's the best way that I could think of. So I'm excited you're here watching. We're welcoming Meg Mark today. Hello, Meg. She's going to tell us all about herself because I'm going to ask her to. So Meg, would you please let everyone know here your favorite way to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Meg Mark. I am an actress, comedian, and salesperson extraordinaire.
And I can attest to the extraordinaire part. No, yeah, that's part of the questioning here today too, is because when I was looking through my list of moms and saying who are the mompreneurs that I want to, and the name mompreneur rubs some people the wrong way, but I don't care. I'm saying it anyway because it really is. It's the entrepreneurial spirit and we do it as a mom, and it's like an extra bonus, I think, when you're a mompreneur. It's like an extra job on top of being an entrepreneur. So it says a lot just putting those two words together. So whoever did that, thanks, because now I have this series called Mompreneurs. But Meg is expecting her first. Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet her. And I wanted to, showcase you because like so many moms out there who are like kicking ass, and I have to say you are kicking a lot of ass, and you always have, by the way, and I love that about you. You also have this other this passion, this dream, this purpose with acting and comedy that is you're phenomenal at. So for me, when I reached out to you, I thought, of course, Meg's got to be in this. That's her. She's got this entrepreneurial showcase, this whole entrepreneurial experience that she's showing. Yes, a lot of moms have these visions and these ideas, but they're not necessarily coming to fruition because they have their 9 to 5 jobs or they're just full-time mothers. So bazillion kudos to you for literally doing it all. Don't forget to take a break because for God's sake, you have to have a break, right? And I know that you do that. But in that vein, let me see here. How did I want to phrase this question? I wanted to include you in this magnificent mompreneur because of the work that you're doing. You are magnificent and you're about to be a mom. So tell me and tell everyone here what that journey has been like for you so far and what advice you have for any creatives out there who are wannabe mommies as well.
Sure. So it has been wild. Like just the thought of not putting all of my energy into both a day job and then my creative work, my nighttime acting, and also taking care of my body, like physically and staying in shape. The idea of putting that love and energy somewhere else has been a really huge shift for me. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm remembering to enjoy that I may only be pregnant once in my life. I may only have one baby, and I've always wanted to have a family. So remembering to take the time now while this amazing thing is happening for me and enjoy that as much as possible because it is very hard for me to be pregnant. But remembering this is the special time. It's not even a whole year of my life that I'm going to be pregnant. And then, of course, taking all of this new wealth of experience and turning that into jokes and knowing that I have
There's
a
a
whole new
lot of
thing to
stuff
write
there.
about.
There's a lot of gold in there.
It-
Pregnancy is a
and because of COVID, I haven't really been able to perform, but I'm going for my baby moon back to New York. I moved out to Connecticut. So I'll be going back to just hit some open mics and do my pregnant material while I can. And
yeah, right. Yeah, take advantage. Uh-huh.
so I'm just really excited about all the new stuff I'm going to have to write about, but also just remembering this only happens once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
So to be really excited and in the now, just reminding myself constantly be in the now.
Yeah, there's so many things about what you said. Definitely that shift that you were talking about, learning how to redirect your energy towards literally making a human being, really. And there's something really amazing that happens, the softening that happens. You are a very much driven individual like myself, very high energy like myself, and results oriented the same, all of these, very, male energy oriented, masculine energy, I'll say oriented, these like go, 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 do kind of personalities that we have, right? So pregnancy for me, and I know with you, I just know, is it's a force, it's forcing you to just kind of soften a little, right? And just enjoy and relax and remember that this is temporary. And yeah, you mentioned that pregnancy has not been easy. And it was difficult for me for different reasons. I didn't have as insane morning sickness like you did, but for me, it was almost hell just holding on to being patient. I couldn't, I just wanted it to be over with because A, I wanted to meet this baby, but B, I just didn't want to be pregnant anymore. It's like, oh my goodness, I was very uncomfortable. So yeah, so how would you, I guess I'm trying to keep these short because I could talk to you all day, but with the energy part, softening, and the drive part, not really. It's almost like you learn how to compartmentalize a lot smarter, right? You're like, okay, this energy, I have this much energy and I'm going to put it into this. So I'm going to focus a lot harder now. And you're starting to see how you're going to, once the baby's here, it's going to like skyrocket. You're going to be very, very much more, smart with your time, because you have to be. You're like, I have 10 minutes, I'm going to get 14 sales calls done.
It is funny
yeah,
how much more I have to prioritize, because it's a limited, I used to have endless energy, and even going into my 30s, yes, you get more tired and more sore and whatever, but it was still this endless energy. And now I'm like, I only have so much time. And also I need help. I need a lot of help. And as someone who lived alone as a single woman in New York for 15 years,
so glad you said that. Yeah.
Asking for help is my least favorite thing to do. And I feel a lack of control. And, of course, wanting to eat all the time and not being able to walk as far as I want. These are all control factors, but not being able to lift a box or bring the laundry downstairs, all things that I need help with that are so menial and simple. So prioritizing my time and then prioritizing my husband's time to help me. And even my mom and my sister,
Oh my gosh.
like asking for it. And thank God I have a great community to be there for me emotionally and physically, or I don't know what I'd do, but
you need it. Yeah, you definitely need it. All the pregnant mamas out there, get support. If you don't have family support, reach out to friends. If you don't know who to reach out to, there's a lot of Facebook groups for moms, for new moms. There's a lot of resources. Reach out to me, I'll connect you. I mean, whatever, just, that's something that I'm glad you said that, because I was so lonely. I mean, my husband's here. He does whatever he can think to do to help me. And going through pregnancy, of course, he doesn't know what to do. He's just like, well, tell me what you need. I'm like, ah. And after the baby was born, there's just really, it was me and him. And I really wish my mom was there. I mean, she couldn't come to be with me, but I remember nursing the baby at like 2 or 3 in the morning and trying not to drop him falling asleep because I didn't sleep at all. But just starting to cry because you have all these emotions coming through your body after you have a baby, during and after, but it's just very emotional. And I just remember thinking, man, I just wish my mom was here. Like, and somebody hold this baby, somebody let me rub my feet, somebody tell me what to do, because I figured it out. But there were a couple little moments like that where it's just like gut-wrenchingly sad. So it's so awesome that you have your family right nearby and to help you.
I literally got pregnant and was like, I need to move next to my mom because somebody has to take care of this baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. My mom's in Texas and my dad's in Florida. So, whatever. I got my husband. So, nannies are going to be my saving grace. But I'm so glad that you said that. Oh gosh, I just remembered being out of breath all the time. It was I hated it. Like shuffling anywhere. Oh, I can't breathe. Yeah. So where was I? I don't, did I just ask you this question? You have to tell me because I'm just getting lost in this whole conversation because pregnancy is so exciting. I have to say, I'm just so excited for you, Meg. I've known Meg for a long time and this is just a really exciting thing. So people tell me all the time, they're amazed at my energy. I do drink a lot of coffee. That's part of it, but I do, and I'm very driven, and I say, you know, I'll say I'm going to do something and I do it, and they're like, oh my God, you said you were going to do that and then you did it. I'm like, yeah, that's how I operate. That's, you know, uh, I'm amazed at yours because like you said, and those who are listening to this and listening to what is coming out of Meg's mouth, she said, you know, full-time job and her career at, you know, at night, she's going to go do some stand-up while she's still pregnant. I mean, like to me, what? I was 5.5 months pregnant and I did in one event and that was plenty. I just did that. So, you know, I'm amazed at how much you can do. Can you tell us how you're accessing this drive to keep going and kicking ass? Where's it coming from? How are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I like to think a little part of me is just type A, like I have, I have to do things. But the truth is, if I don't want to do something, you couldn't make me do it. You could not convince me to do it. So just aligning myself with my passions and knowing I love this and therefore I will do it, and letting everything else fall to the wayside. That includes laundry, dishes. It includes important things sometimes that I should probably be focusing on, but nothing is more important than what's going to get me out of bed in the morning. And that's taking care of my family, my 2 dogs, my husband, myself, and doing my art. And anything that helps me do that is something that has to happen for me to keep up. Because if I stop doing the things that I love, there's not going to be any energy to do anything else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's so true. And, you know, I just had a conversation with somebody today I was talking to about a program I'm running. I created this program that's called BYOB, Be Your Own Boss, about either launching that idea that you've had for a long time or building up your, you know, as a side gig, or if you are a sole proprietor, you know, building your business to like from, you know, soup to nuts to get you launched and all this stuff. And she, you know, was like, oh, I have this thing, but I don't know. I just, you know, I'm like, you know, you're clearly not aligned with this thing. If you were, you would love it and you would have it, time would be easy to find to work on it. So it's so important that you said that, because if you're not in love with what you're doing, you're going to hate your life. You're going to not want to get up in the morning. You might have a drinking problem. I'm just saying this, reflecting on my own life. And, you know, and it's true. I mean, you will swallow whatever nonsense you need to swallow for the paycheck, for whatever you think you need. You know, I need these benefits from this particular job. The day that I realized that I didn't have to work at a place that wasn't, you know, serving me to my high and to my highest purpose, I said to myself, hey, you know, I get to choose. I don't have to work here. Who cares? I'm out of here. So as soon as I got that, it was like the whole world opened up to me. And I was just like, oh, duh. All I had to say was I don't have to work here if I don't want to. And, you know, that wasn't the end of the world. And here I am, you know, 2 years into my own, you know, 2+ years into my own business, and I'm still kicking. I'm still making it. So it's like, you have to align with what you love. Otherwise, what are you doing? And anybody's watching this that's hearing that, what are you doing? I'm just going to put that out there, not to make you feel bad, but to kind of make you feel bad, because if you don't feel that, then, you know, then you're either in love with what you're doing or ignoring it. And so there's that. Anyway, I can go off on that topic too. I'm so glad to see you, Meg. You look so great. I can't wait to meet your little oh, everybody's going to want to hold the baby and you're going to be like, go away. No.
Baby's vaxxed, so she's good.
What's that?
The baby's vaxxed. So
Yeah. Well, for me, it was like, well, it was before this whole thing, but it was, I was afraid, you get these fears that are irrational really, but based in some rationality, I suppose. I was afraid everybody was going to drop the baby.
I'm very afraid.
Especially my mother-in-law, who was, you know, 80, you know, and I just now I'm like, I wish I would have let her hold the baby more, because she passed away in October. And it was just like, what was the big deal? I mean, I was sitting right there. Who cares? You know, she would have been fine. Anyway, it's just,
Anybody can hold my baby as long as they're sitting down.
Yeah, sit down, wash your hands, you know. Anyway, okay, where are we? So your new bundle of joy is super exciting. So as an artist, it's easy to get sidetracked. as a creative with a million cool ideas. So I want you to spill all of your secrets. How are you keeping organized and on track and memorized and keeping your art, I want to say top of mind, because I know personally, I know you, and that you can't not go a day without like jotting down an idea, or like, oh, character development is going on in your brain. Like there's always going on with you. And I just wanted you to tell us all about it. What do how do you get all memorized when you have to head up on stage, and whatever you feel like sharing in that vein?
So I just think over preparation is the way for me. And that can definitely come as a problem, like particularly with stand-up comedy, because you don't want to sound like you're rehearsed or you're doing a script or something. But I think getting it to the point where you're so comfortable, you can let go of it.
Mhm.
And people just want to get up there and have a loose idea. But for me, I need to know it all inside and out so that when I get lost, when someone heckles me, when I blank out, like I can at least be enough there to know to find my way home. Like
Yeah.
the breadcrumbs, they're scattered all around my brain. So even if I go here or I go there, I have something tight to hold on to because I have worked so hard on that. And practice, 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 always, always, always just getting prepared.
Hmm. I just thought of this. I don't know. Have you ever, I guess I have to ask it this way. Have you ever been surprised at the faces you make? Because sometimes I'll be saying something on a video like this or something, and then I go back and watch it and I'm like, oh, my face is doing a thing. Like I had no idea. Do you ever get, do you
It's
also practice all your faces? Or, I mean, how is it?
I don't. And the best thing to do is never watch yourself because that is like oh my God, it's so distracting. It's such an outward thing, and it's like being superficial to yourself, which is the worst thing. Like you wouldn't do that
Right.
to someone else.
Yeah.
But when people take pictures of comedians, we all are like we look the worst. It is impossible because we're always making funny faces because we're making fun of stuff and
Right.
we're making points, and there's hardly ever a good picture of it.
Just for the record, anytime I took pictures of you performing, I tried to get the most out of all the pictures I took. I would share the most, what's the word I'm looking for? The ones of you in the best light. I guess because there's some that are like, yeah, between faces, or some kind of contorted thing, but then there's some that are just like, oh, that's hilarious, and that's a great, and her faces in the light and all this stuff. Like I'm always looking for that kind of stuff, so you're welcome. I share those.
There's a reason, like with acting and stuff, though, they do the photo call one day because they're like, okay, now freeze as if you're saying something, and then they take a photo.
Oh my God.
But yes, I've definitely been caught in the funny face.
Ugh. All right, cool. Okay, so people are definitely going to want to reach out to you and contact you after they see this. They're going to want to know more about you, what you're up to. Where can they find you? Where can they reach you?
You can check me out at megyourmark.com, and you can find me on Instagram at megyourmark.
Make your mark. So clever, this one. I will have, of course, the links for you on this video, and they'll be in all the comments section so people can easily click and just visit your site and reach out to you. I have a couple of minutes left, so I just want to throw it back at you. What do you want to talk about?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I want to be real for a minute. When you asked me to do this interview, I said that no.
Yep. Yes, she did.
I was like, no, thank you. And my friend was like, why are you worried about how you're going to look like on camera? Because she knows I've been very sensitive about my weight since I got pregnant and all of that. And I was like, no, it has nothing to do with that. The whole thing is just right now, I have so many more questions than I have answers. Like, I just started talking to her and I was like, oh, wait, this would actually be a good interview. But I just like, from my true experience, I don't feel found. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel so lost all the time. And
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know that like, that's part of becoming a mother. Like it's scary and it's unknown and it's awesome. And I've been really sick, but I'm still here and I'm going and like, I'm going to have this awesome little baby soon.
Mhm.
But it's
Oh, and The baby moving, that's such a big deal. I'm just taking back. It's interesting. I remember when I was going, sorry to interrupt you, but I remember when I was going through it too. Like you're so emotional right now. It's so real. It's so like what everything, my whole body is transforming. I mean, I got type 2 diabetes because I gained almost 100 pounds. I was huge. And yeah, it's very real and you don't know what to expect. And the ever looming date of where you have to birth this child is scary.
I was like, who am I to tell anyone anything? I know nothing. And then I was like, I bet you a lot of people feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
So just know that, like, I don't know. I don't know. And I think that's okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know what I'm doing day to day, but I'm still here and my baby's healthy. So I'm just winging it.
Oh, you're awesome. Yeah. You know what? Hey, by the way, we're all just winging it. So anybody that says they're not is full of shit. So,
I mean, it's easy to say and it's easy to hear, but to experience it, it's just like, oh God.
yeah. Yeah. Whole new respect for anybody, every mom out there for sure, especially my own. Like, ugh. Going back into my childhood, like, oh, I got to apologize for all this stuff. No, I think I already did that a million times, but yeah. So I am so excited for you, Meg. You totally got this. You've got a support structure of your family. If you want to reach out and talk to somebody besides your family, you've got me, you've got, I invited you to a Facebook group today. I think I invited you already, but whatever, there's a huge network and there's going to be times that you could have a whole network and still feel totally alone and you don't feel like anybody's getting you because nobody's in your particular, nobody's you, so the people that are the closest to you, like your husband, are really going to have to step up and extra cuddles and whatever has to happen, brush your hair, make you feel good, and just hold on because it's going to pass. There's going to be moments where it's going to just really be really hard. And I wish I had better news for you, but it's just the truth. And my child's only 18 months old and, all my friends that are moms that have older kids are like, ha 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 ha, just wait, So, there's all these different wonderful phases of motherhood and it's going to be great. And yay.
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, let it be excitement instead of worry. Just be like, yeah, you know what? This is actually excitement that I'm feeling. Okay, excitement. It'll help shift things. All right, yes. So I feel like I'm going to be doing plenty of these interviews, different topics and things like that. So who knows? Maybe I'll invite you back for another one down the line. It'll be an after. We'll revisit everybody or something. Anyway, thank you so much, Meg. I am going to be really excited to see the final product of the video and how everybody wants to hear more about you and all of that. For everybody watching, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the flip flop.